This video is going to show you how you can set up Google Chrome browser to make it easier to access all the websites you'll be using for home learning. So to get started, we're going to open up Google Chrome. In the top right corner, you'll be able to see that there's a little spot here that tells you who the current user of the browser is. Now you can set up different profiles for different people, and one of the profiles you can set up is using your Department of Education email address. So if I click Add, it brings up this little profile screen, and I need to name this profile. So make sure that it is a name that you'll be able to recognize as being your school account. I can easily see that this is a school account and whose school account it is. And now I'm going to keep this ticked, which is create a desktop shortcut for this profile. And I'll tell you why that's important a little bit later. Now we're going to click Add. So we can see up here that the browser has become Henrietta Higgins' profile, but we still need to do a few more steps to make sure that our bookmarks and passwords stay with us in this browser. So I'm going to click Get Started. I don't need any of these things right now, so I'm going to get rid of them and click Skip. I don't really want a fancy background right now, so I'm also going to just leave it as blank and click Next. Now we're going to sync it with our Department of Education account. I'm going to click Continue. Okay, at this point you need to log in with your Department of Education email address. So for most people, it's firstname.lastname@education.newsouthwales.gov.au. Now some people have a number after their last name. If you're not sure, you need to ask your teacher what that is. After we click Next, it takes us to our regular department login page. It's firstname.lastname, and some people have a number, and your password that you use to get into the internet at school. At this point, you might get a message in the top right corner which asks you if you want to save the password. That's fine. And here you need to verify that it's you. So check that this is your education email address and then click Continue. Do we want to turn on sync? Yep, I'm in. Okay, so now we can see in the top right corner, it tells us who the person is who's logged in. And if we click, we can see it's that education account. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bookmarks bar that's going to have quick links to all of the sites that you regularly use. So up in the top right corner, we can go to Bookmarks, Show Bookmarks Bar. And that brings up a bookmarks bar where we can add quick links to websites that we use. So if you are in K-2 or 3-6, you may want to add the Seesaw app. Okay, so let's say we're here. You can log in with your account if you want, and then up the top here, if you right-click, Add Page, you can put a link to Seesaw. So then it doesn't matter if you go to another page. If you need to come back to Seesaw quickly, there it is. Another site that you might want to add is our Remote Learning Hub. So if we come here, let's say I'm in Stage 1, I can go to the Stage 1 page, right-click, Add Page, and that might be a little bit too long. I could just call it KPS Learning Hub, Stage 1. And we'll be able to see that this is the site that we go to. So let's say I need Seesaw, I can go to Seesaw. Let's say I go to KPS Learning Hub, I can go straight to there. So we might also need Zoom. So if we go to newsouthwaleseducation.zoom.us and click on that, we can also add that as a bookmark, Add Page. And this is a really long name that we've got here, so we can just name it Zoom. So now we can see that we have these websites that we're commonly using. You might have some other sites that you use a lot that you can also add as bookmarks. Now remember before when we ticked that section that said add a desktop shortcut? What that looks like is on here, I can now see that I've got this browser that is just the profile of me. So if I double click that, it opens up that browser and it has all of those links that have stayed in there. So that's how we can set up Chrome browser so that only you use that particular browser and it has your links that you use most often when you're doing your online learning. Remember, you can add whatever links you like up here. And one really great tip is that as you've finished with a website up the top, close down that tab so you don't end up with 1,000 tabs along the top. That's going to make your life a little bit easier. Okay, I hope this has been useful for you. Good luck with your online learning. See ya!